new year, same team beating us. Colts lose 29-27 to the Houston Texans. They dropped their 11th, 12th opening game in a row, if not one since 2013. They did draw once, but that's just embarrassing in my opinion. We dropped 11 open games in a row. And especially against the Texans, that's crucial because this was a home game for the Colts here. And it's likely going to be the fact that the Colts are going to lose the other game against the Texans later in October. And that's not going to put us in a good situation if we want to win the division at all. Just wanted to say, Nico Collins, on that 3rd and 11 play, we almost got that. I can't even blame our secondary, which, trust me, we're going to get to that. We're going to get to the secondary being terrible. I can't even blame the secondary on that because number 40, Jalen Jones, had the guy fully covered. He even hit the ball. Nico Collins jumps out, catches the ball somehow when he's fully covered and the ball got hit, gets his knee down, which counts as a catch, and he got the first down. And yes, we could have still got the stop, but we got destroyed the next series and we lost the game. So I wanted to clap it up to Nico for that. That was an amazing catch. You guys should go look for it. But let's actually get into what we are trying to talk about. Anthony Richardson. He played good. In my opinion, he played good. Now, yes, he did have a pick. Well, let me go to the player stats. Well, yes, he did have a pick, and his, attempts to completions don't look too flattering. But let me explain the pick. Our turf was horrible. Many people were slipping. CJ slipped twice. Richardson slipped once. A lot of people were slipping. And Granson, the target, slipped too. If Granson didn't slip, that would have been a completion. It was a back-breaking pick, though, because that was, near the red zone. And if we had gotten points there, we would have won. But I can't blame Richardson on that because it wasn't his fault. His wide, or I guess tight end, his tight end slipped, and the guy picked the ball off. Now, yes, there were some accuracy problems. Richardson could have had a couple of balls that he could have, taken back. There was one to a rookie, Adonai Mitchell. There was one to our rookie, Adonai Mitchell. He almost caught it. It went off his fingertips if he threw that a little short. And then sometimes his throws were too short. His receivers had to back up, catch it, and then run. But 2 big bomb touchdowns. One to Doolin, one to Pierce. Those were amazing. I like to see that. Other than that, he played good on the ground. He had more than Taylor. He had more than Taylor. He had a rushing touchdown on a 4th and goal. 6 for 56. I would like to see that. And one last thing on Richardson. He didn't get injured. It looked a little scary because he was kind of holding his hand weird. But he was fine. So he got out the game without an injury. That's good. That's progress. I like what I saw from him. Now, what I don't like to see is the defense being horrible. And it's not even fully the CB's fault. Because really they only had one big play. I forgot who that was, but it was a 50-yard pass. But we got gashed on the ground. Going to Joe Mixon's stats. Clap it up to him too. He had an amazing game. 30 carries, 160 yards basically, and a touchdown. He averaged 5.3 yards per game. With a team with a secondary bad, you don't want to have the run defense bad. And the run defense shouldn't be bad. We have Latu. He's our rookie. 1st round pick. Forrest Buckner, Grover Stewart, people like that. Our line, in theory, should be good, but we're not blitzing. We're not rushing hard. It's like we're not even trying on the line. And that just let Mixon get all of the yards, all of the carries on crucial times where we needed to get a stop or else they were going to go up by 2 scores. We just couldn't stop Mixon to save our life. And that's the main reason why I think we lost. But the secondary made some mistakes too. There were 2 interceptions that were called back. One of them, yes, it was justified. The other one, while theoretically it does follow NFL rules, I just don't like it. So we're going to go to one that was called back for a good reason. It was near the end zone. It was like 3rd down for the Texans. And one of our guys, actually 2 of our guys, holds. And of course, that's how the guy got the pick. Now, that was justified. The other one, it should have been turned over, but I just don't like it. So, basically, one of our guys, of course, pressured C.J. Stroud to throw it up. He threw it up, and another one of our guys jumped up, caught the ball, got one foot down, and toe tapped the other foot. He got his toes down, but his heel went out of bounds. So in theory, what I thought in the moment was that, he got one foot down and he toe tapped the other foot. So that should be a pick. But what, the refs and the commentators were saying was, since his heel touched the sideline, even though his toes touched first, it still was not a pick and it was called back. So I don't like the rule there. I get that is the rule, but I don't like the rule there. And the refs, they weren't like bad per se in helping one team, but they were bad for both teams. Some of the weird calls, Anthony Richardson was body slammed down onto the ground and did not get called for a personal foul somehow. And at the end of the second half, the Texans ran the ball, I believe, or maybe they threw it. Oh yeah, they threw the ball. It was a short completion, and it looked like the guy dropped the ball. So they reviewed it. Of course, it was confirmed. Then, even though they spiked the ball and there was 5 seconds left, they put the clock back on to 15 seconds. And Shane Steichen was like, "This doesn't make any sense. They spiked the ball. You called it after they had already spiked it, so the clock should still be going down." And he called a timeout for that. But the ref said they looked at it before we called the timeout. So it basically said, yes, it should be 5 seconds left, and they ran the clock. The Texans were confused. They were going to go for a short play to get more yards, and the clock ran out. They didn't get any yards. They were in field goal range. So that was weird. I don't know what's going on there. But that's all I really have to say, totally. If we look at the overview, they scored every period. They scored 14 points in the fourth. We did 2. But they scored a touchdown in the second. Or maybe they kicked 2 field goals. Because, he made both the... No, I don't know. But we scored a touchdown. They got 2 kicks. Oh, yeah, I remember. They got 2 kicks. We scored a touchdown. They scored a touchdown and went for 2. They did not get the 2. And we did not score in that half. We scored 6. They scored a field goal. And then 14-14 to tie it. Or not tie it, of course. If it was tied, this would be a very different game. But that eventually led to the loss, the Nico Collins catch. Yeah. Of course, always started off with the Colts. Like I said, Richardson, 9 for 19, 212 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. Also with 6 carries and 56 yards on the run with a touchdown. So, again, I really like how Richardson played. I thought he played well, even though he was a little bit inaccurate. Taylor, not his best day. He usually averages a lot more when he plays the Texans. Only ran 16 times for 48 yards. For receiving, Pierce had the most balls on the day with 2 deep balls. One of them went for a touchdown. That was like 60 yards. Another one was like a 40-yard bomb to set up that Anthony Richardson running touchdown on 4th and goal. He also got one more catch to combine to the 3 and 125. Doolin caught one big ball. That was the other touchdown that I was talking about. 1 yard, 1 catch, 54 yards, 1 touchdown. Pittman had a little quiet day today, which I'm surprised with. He caught 4 balls for 31 yards. Mitchell only caught 1 ball for 2. And Molly Cox did not catch a ball. Again, defense, very disappointing, especially the running defense. We did have a good amount of sacks. 2.5, 3.5, 4 sacks. That's good. But again, we got destroyed when they run the ball. So I don't like how they played. I do not like that they're allowing all this rushing. And when we play teams like the Packers, who do not have their QB right now, we need to stop the run. If we can stop the run, we win the game. So if we can't stop the run, they're going to have a better chance. Jeez. Latu didn't even pick up anything. He didn't even get a tackle. That's not good. That is not good. I did not realize that. I saw him a lot. But he did not get a tackle. He did not, put up anything on the score sheet, which I'm pretty surprised about. Gold had 4 kick returns for 109 yards. No punt returns because they punt like 1 time, which again shows how bad our secondary was. Strader did not kick a field goal, but he kicked 3 points for 3 touchdowns, so good on him. Matt Gay is apparently injured right now, so that's why he is not starting. And Sanchez punted 3 times, 152 yards. He was inside the 20 all 3 times, so a great punting performance from him. Texans, C.J. Stroud threw a lot, 24 for 32, 234 yards, 2 touchdowns, and should that have been a pick there? You'd have to decide. Mixon, like I said, destroyed us, 30 carries, 159 yards, 1 touchdown. Great game from him, gotta respect that. Dell also ran 2 times for 19 yards. Pierce ran 3 times for 16 yards. C.J. Stroud ran 4 times for 13 yards. And Diggs ran once for 6 yards. For their receiving, Nico had a good game. 6 for 107. Stephon Diggs had 2 touchdowns over the air on his Texans debut. Tank Dell also caught 3 balls for 40 yards. Mixon caught 3 for 19. Schultz got 3 for 16. Hutchinson caught 1 for 3. Jordan caught 1 for 3. And I might be wrong, but Ogunbole, he caught 1 ball for 3 yards. For the defense, they had 2 sacks, and Bullock got the interception on the day. No kick returns, no punt returns, and Fairbairn kicked a perfect 3 for 3. He was automatic on the day, 11 points. His long was 51. And punting, Townsend punted 1 time for 56 yards, and one of his punts was blocked, which set up an easy score for the Colts. And of course, we went for 2 there. We did not get it. That's why we lost. Taylor was close, but he did not get it. We would be in a whole different situation right now if he had got that too, but unfortunately he didn't. Now for total team stats, they had 114 yards, 104 yards more than us, 417 to 303. Passing yards basically even, 204 to 199, but where they destroyed us was our rushing yards, 213 to 104. But we had more yards per play, 7 to 5.5. That's interesting. They had 26 first downs. We had 14. They went 50%. We went 50%, but they had more third downs and they converted more. And then on fourth down, we did not convert one. I would have liked to see a punt there, and they converted both of theirs, which another one was a crucial fourth down touchdown catch to ice the game. Total plays, 76-43. Again, they had the ball for a lot longer than us. If you look at the time, 40 minutes to 20 minutes. That's not good, obviously. We need to keep the ball for longer. They allowed 4 sacks. We allowed 2. They punted twice. We punted 3 times. For penalties, it was pretty even. They were penalized 5 times. We were penalized 4. It should have been 6 because Richardson got body slammed, but I digress. No fumbles lost. We threw an interception, and of course, we blocked one of the punts. But anyway, that's really it on the day. The Colts start off 0-1. They're second in the AFC South. Let me show you why. Fan started. If we go down to the AFC South, Jaguars and Titans both lost. Now, they did not lose division games, so that's important for them. And they lost away games. Jaguars lost to the Dolphins, and the Titans lost to the Bears. They choked a 17-point lead, by the way. And with us more high on points, we have second in the division. That doesn't really matter right now. We got to regroup. Next week, we play the Packers. The Packers do not have Jordan Love. Whoever is running the run defense, they need to lock in. If we can't stop Aaron Jones, is he on the Packers? He might be on the Packers. If we can't stop him and the running offense, there's a significant chance that we could lose. But with Jordan Love out, we have a good chance to win that game, especially with how good Anthony Richardson played today. And then we play the Bears the week after that, which I'm confident with the Bears because Caleb Williams did not have a good game today. He went like 9 for like 21, 22. But anyway, that's going to be it. Hope to see you next week. Subscribe so I can hit 100 subscribers, please. And peace.